Hello again, SNA Assassinators. This is Super Ninja Austin back here with another video, and this time it's for AEW after a very fantastic WWE Premium Live event, which I gave 5 stars. Like if it was some like SummerSlam and WrestleMania this year, which I say that was the third best show that I ever seen. And I was thinking, like, why does WWE only have like 5 shows each B plus on each B plus pay per view? Now I see why. And then and on the biggest show they have like between 6 to like 10 or 12 matches. Like on the bigger ones, like WrestleMania, SummerSlam, and I would say except for Royal Rumble and maybe Survivor Series, but like SummerSlam, WrestleMania, that's when they have so many matches. But enough about that right now. Like, but it don't matter how many amount of matches in there as long as it's entertainment. Even though like All In was really good, though it was so exhausting to talk about what just went down with a lot of exciting matches and just going hours and hours and hours talking about it. But yeah, luckily it was not like that this time. But still, like I enjoyed the AEW All In. I hope I can watch All Out, like, and also make a review on that as well. Speaking of All Out, we got another match being added, which I'm gonna talk about at the end of this video, because it has something to do with the main event and it's something exciting to talk about. But we're gonna get to that in just a moment. But yeah, we got some really cool matches, like a couple of intriguing segments. But yeah, the matches were really good. I'll say the main event definitely stole the show for sure. But we're gonna start off on the second best match of the night, and it was Orange Cassidy and Kyle O'Reilly out of the Collaboration teaming with Gravity to take on the Shane Taylor Promotions Lee Moriarty, in which he was teaming with Johnny TV and Beast Mortos. And then it started off with the technical Red Dragon and the former John Morrison. This is where they spin around a little bit, teasing that they're gonna attack one or the other. This is where they managed to do so. Actually, start getting physical, like with Kyle O'Reilly trying to go for a guillotine. But this is where Johnny TV started trying to block him with his arms. This is where we got Kyle O'Reilly's like, okay, like that didn't work. I'll just put you right here in the right corner. This referee's like, all right, he's right in the corner, like stop it. And this is where like Howard's like, okay, my hands are off him. This is where John Morrison thought he was gonna do a trick shot or a sneaky shot and kick him right in the gut. This is where we got Johnny TV then try to grab Kyle O'Reilly, try to go for a back suplex, but this is where Kyle O'Reilly headlock slam. This is where we're about to go for the Gigi Atami, but this is where we got Johnny TV then going for a wrist lock right onto Kyle O'Reilly, but this is where Kyle O'Reilly tried to get back up. This is where then Irish whip him to the right side. This is where then we got Kyle O'Reilly then tried to go for a rope bound maneuver, but he waited a bit too long not to know what move he hit, so he ended up getting shoulder attacked by Johnny TV. Johnny TV did a little taunt. He goes to the bottom corner side ropes. Kyle O'Reilly ducks, but he bows his head. Is where Johnny TV thought he had the advantage to go for sunset. But this is where we got Kyle O'Reilly got the advantage to hitting the guaranteed Gigi Atami. This is where then he tried to lock it in to make him tap out before the match is before the match can even be more longer, like up to like at least 10 minutes. But this is where we got Johnny TV put his legs on the ropes though. However, this is where that was his downfall of the submission. This is where then we got Kyle O'Reilly then going for like a headlock. This is where he lead him up right into attack, right on the Orange Cassidy, which he kind of did a little lazy tap kind of tag. This is where they double Irish whip Johnny. This is where then they try to go for the flapjack, but this is where Johnny TV then rolls right over him. This is where he try to attack Kyle, but he gets kneed right in the midsection while Orange Cassidy go for a middle drop kick. This is where we got Orange Cassidy then did the hands-free run. This is where he immediately go for a pin, but this is where Johnny TV kicks out. This is where then we got Orange Cassidy then trying to go Irish whip Johnny TV right into the corner. But after the failed pin attempt, this is where he tags in O'Reilly. O'Reilly tags in what's his name? Gravity. This is where they start doing like a triple team reversal kind of Irish whips into a splash. This is where then we got. This is where first it was Orange Cassidy with Kyle O'Reilly. Kyle O'Reilly then with what's his name with Gravity, and then Gravity then went right right onto his last is where he went for a little splash and then a flying monkey flip, try to go for a pin after hitting the maneuver, but Johnny TV still kicked out of that move on as well. And this is where then we got what's his name? What's his name? Not hologram. I'm right. Yeah, hologram. That's a commander. No. I'm right. I did say hologram. I'll make sure I'm not getting the two luchadors mixed up. But anyway, this is where we got hologram to go for a wrist lock right on the Johnny TV. He let Orange Cassidy did a little tap tag that Orange Cassidy normally does. He does for like a rolling wrist lock. That's where he's sending right to the bottom right side. He tags in what's his name? What's his name? Lee Moriarty, not Lee Johnson. My mistake right there, but this is where we got like white out at first, but the referee counted the one even. But this is where Orange Cassidy managed to get the shoulder up, though he wouldn't get counted because if you're getting touched by your opponent and laying on the mat with your shoulders down, that's considered a pin, and the referee will go for a count. But this is where we got Orange Cassidy then. To counter out of the wrist lock. This is where Lee Moriarty somehow flip him right into back into the wrist lock, like and made sure they did not escape. This is where he's like, yeah, like he's no match for the Tiger Style man himself. This is where holograms like, how about me when I'm and that you can a guy that you can barely see me because I'm so faded. This is where then Lee Moriarty's like, are you talking about like in a you mean like in a like in a drunk way or literally physically fading? Like this is where he's like, why don't you? Well, what you? This is where hologram's like, what are you thinking? This is where he said that while he was going to the left side, go for a flying head scissors onto to Lee Moriarty. This is where he's trying to. He's trying to go for a pin, but Lee Moriarty then flips it over into a crucifix pin. But this is where he kicks out of that. But he kicks him right in the gut. This is where he hits an axe handle right onto his back. This is where he Irish whipped him to the right side. This is where he did bounce right to that side. This is where we got Lee Moriarty trying to go for clothesline, but hologram ducks, hits like a wheelbarrow to a sunset flip. This is where he tried to go for a swift kick onto Moriarty, but this is where Moriarty flipped him right over into a pin in the one count. But this is where we got hologram to try to flip him over into like a sunset flip roll up. But it's where Lee Moriarty flipped right out of it. But this is where he tried to go for another maneuver. This is where he tried to go for flying head scissors. But it's where he goes for a kip up. He tried to go for a wrist lock, but he gets into going for grabbing onto the arms of hologram. But this is where he flips into like a. This is where he tried to go for like a little. Like a little that wheelbarrow trap kind of pinfall maneuver, but this is where Lee Moriarty still kicked out at 2.2. This is where hologram then hit try to go for a move onto Beast Mortal that was coming his way, but he was too strong for him, so he gets tackled by the beast like luchador, I guess you could say. This is where then he did the same with Kyle O'Reilly. He did the same with the freshly squeezed orange. This is where then we got Beast Mortal trying to Irish whip hologram in the bottom corner side, but he gets countered by a hologram. This is where we got a hologram trying to go for sliding duck right underneath him. This is where he bowed his head, which he should have went for a leapfrog. Big mistake from the luchador. He gets kneed right to the face, kneed in the midsection, goes to the top corner rope. That's where we got hologram dodges him somehow. This is where he went for a flying head scissors right on like a triple spinning head scissors right onto the head of Mortos. This is where then we got hologram like, yeah, like come on, like Sioux Fall fans, like who wants to see me like take out this monstrous luchadorus or whatever you want to call him. This is where he gets tripped right over by Lee Moriarty with fans start booing heavily onto the Tiger Style wrestler. But this is where then we got him once he got